What is up, guys? Heath with Lake Champlain Sanitation here, and today it's a little rant for you guys. We're going to reflect back on 2024, just discuss a couple things that I learned. Hopefully they help you guys going into 2025. I'm going to be taking a lot of this information myself and bringing it into 2025 as I continue to learn through other YouTubers and podcasts. We'll get into a little bit of that after. Big stuff happened this year, as you know. I bought the land. I dealt with some pretty crazy anxiety the last couple years, just not knowing where the business was going to live. As I talked about in some previous videos, it's tough to find a piece of industrial commercial land, at least in my area, that would accept like a waste hauler or a dumpster rental business, but we did find it. There's a video a couple videos ago. We walk around it real quick if you guys haven't seen that one yet. And we acquired that land, and that anxiety is behind me now, but I still deal with stuff on a day-to-day basis. And we're just going to talk about some stuff that I do to deal with that and what I think more people should be doing, especially business owners, or if you want to own a business, even if you are high up in a company, some stuff to deal with personally. Like, think about more than just clocking in, clocking out, or running your business to get the most revenue possible. Think about lifestyle, setup. We're going to hop into it, guys. The past few years have been pretty wild. If you guys have been in the dumpster rental business or just following this since, I would say, about 5 years ago, back when COVID was going on, the first couple years of COVID, it seemed as if everybody and their brother with a trailer jumping into this business, and it was pretty hard to lose in the beginning because it seemed like there was a lot of extra money in the market. Everybody was home. They were looking to purge their garages, their basements, their attics, and there was just a lot going on and a lot of excitement around the industry, which was awesome. That's slowly starting to die down, and at least in my market, my goal right from day one was to buy a few dumpsters a year, pay for them at the end of the year, use them as a write-off, and slowly grow our asset base to where it is now. If you're thinking about starting a business in 2025, or you have a business, you're just a few years in, what's it look like when you get that second, maybe third truck? What's it look like when you have 15, 20, 30 roll-off containers and you have to store them? Because for me, I had to jump around to 3 different locations over the course of 5 years, paying different rent, storing them at some of my personal property. As I grew more, I had to go get permitting from my local town. I had to get site planning board approval. Just a lot was learned this year. So the land, guys, was really the big acquisition this year, and of course the new truck. But what I want to speak on for a couple minutes is just the mindset change I've had over this year. I've listened to, at this point, probably hundreds of podcasts. I'll plug a couple here, not affiliated with any of these, but anything from, Dan Martell, Bigger Pockets Money podcast, Order of Man with Ryan Mitchell I've been listening to lately. The information in these podcasts are unbelievable, like when you put them into action. Pretty much all these, these entrepreneur, podcasts, if you will, is at the end of the day, you're in control of your situation. So my wife and I, we've got goals. We have a spreadsheet set up of financial goals. We have a lot of discussions about personal goals, be it in fitness. We both got back into running. I've been running 5K races for the last couple of months, still training in the gym every day. We have some vacations planned, just free time, me time. The making of this video, I'm hanging out here, in a parking lot making this video for you guys. Tomorrow morning, I'm set to go climb a mountain with a high school buddy, which in the middle of the week is awesome that I'm able to do that. Now, it is the slower season, but this is just some stuff I'm trying to do this year that I'm really trying to just live life, like be blessed that my little 2-person rinky-dink business was able to surpass $650,000 in revenue this year. I don't know many service businesses that can say they did that, and I'm not bragging. I mean, it's a lot of efficiency. It's also a lot of just grit. Get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym, hop in the truck, be done at 3, 4 o'clock, and go get our son from daycare. That's kind of my life, and I'm really happy to share it with you guys. That's why I haven't been making these videos. It's been, the old saying, work, church, and home. That's what it's been this year, with a lot of sprinkled in fun for, my wife and I watching our son grow up has been awesome. And I know a lot of business owners, especially in my town, that just run ragged, whether they're making 100 grand in revenue or they're making 10 million in revenue. And they're just running ragged, and it's wild. It's like, what are you doing this for? And that's where, you know, this is a little bit of self-reflection, making this video for myself, to just record myself talking about this, because I don't think a lot of people look inside enough of themselves. Just ask yourself, like, all right, this year, this is what I want. It can change next year. Probably will. You have a kid, you might have a traumatic event, you know, hopefully you don't, but like, there's a lot of factors when you're owning a business. I've had some personal stuff happen in our life with, you know, family members and stuff. And, you know, goals change, mindsets change. And, I don't know, at least in our industry, I don't see a lot of guys talking about the fruits of the labor. Like, okay, cool. You know, you can make $1,000 by noon, $2,000 by noon. You know, you can make 50,000 in a month with 2 trucks, and that's all fine and dandy. But like, for me now, I'm like, all right, I make X amount of money, net profit. That's going to go into stocks. I have an IRA set up, you know, money market account set up, and it's almost cool to like geek out and see, all right, when could I be financially secure? Like, when could I get to a point where if I don't want to do this anymore, I've got enough money stocked away that I could sell the business's assets and just be done and do something else. You know, just kind of daydreaming about those things, guys, has happened a lot more this year. And I love running the business. Like, I love it. Even when we're like cleaning out a house and stuff, it's pretty darn cool. Like, we come across some cool stuff. A lot of our dumpster rental customers this year, I don't know what it is, but like, they're giving us reviews a lot more. People are really thankful and happy to work for us or work with us, which has been really cool. We've come up with a couple new subcontractors that we didn't have in years past that help us out with, you know, running of excavators or just bringing in extra labor on larger junk removal jobs. The business is for the most part fun. I mean, yes, it's got its days, you know, you're going to spend money, you're going to pop tires, insurance is going to go up, you're going to have all those things. But like, for me, I set it up now where I don't know when or if I would retire or sell it, but just having the freedom and option, knowing, hey, I'm still living on less than I make. I'm investing money out of the business. I'm not just taking all the money, spending it all, which I did in the first few years. I'd spend as much as I could, buy a new truck that I couldn't even, didn't really need, or maybe I couldn't afford properly at the time, just to save on taxes. Well, the more I've learned and the more people I've listened to, if you want to retire someday, unless you're like really savvy in real estate, which I am not, you're probably gonna have to pay taxes, and you're probably gonna have to stow away some money, whether it's in a bank account or the stock market. I'm not a financial advisor by any means, but I will say that by stowing it in there and watching it grow by, you know, 8 to 10%, or some years 20%, depending on what you're in, it's fun. It gives you something else to kind of look forward to. And I don't know, different perspective, you know. You guys know what I do for a living. You know, I haul trash for a living, but talking a little bit more about this mindset stuff really intrigues me, because this is, in my opinion, what is successful. Hanging out with your kids and your wife, being good to your customers, taking care of your body, being a good friend to your friends, and trying to add value in the world, which is why I make these videos. It's also why I do the one-on-one calls. Yes, I charge for the calls, but I can almost guarantee you the value you're going to get from one of those, whether it's 15 minutes or an hour long. Like, if you guys have business questions, like hard business questions to answer, I will break it down with you. I absolutely love doing that. The calls literally energize me. Like, I was just on one earlier today, and it was awesome. You know, whether we're looking at buying a new piece of equipment with somebody, or, you know, making your business more efficient, more profitable, or just getting you started. You're a landscaper. Like, I love to talk to you guys. If I could talk to every single one of you, you know, for free all the time, I would. But unfortunately, there's only so much time in the day. So a little bit of a rant, a little bit of an end of 2024 rant for you guys on this one. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. And, you know, coming into 2025, hit it hard. But don't just think about business. Think about the big picture. Think about what you want to leave behind. And go out there and crush it, guys. So that's all for this one. Merry Christmas. Take care. We'll see you guys next year.